What is going on, people? Joey Talks Boxing. I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez versus Jamaine Ortiz. The fight, first of all, these Thursday night fights keep being terrible. I mean, this one and the one that they did with Shakur Stevenson and Elwin De Los Santos, similar vibe. Ortiz goes southpaw, just stinks out the fight the whole time, doesn't do much of anything, and he ekes out some of the early rounds. Then Lopez comes forward. He's starting, to make progress. And I think the fight was actually pretty even. But I think in rounds 10, 11, and 12, Teofimo Lopez just won clearly. I mean, especially in 11 and 12, Jamaine Ortiz just didn't do anything. And it reminded me of the Sandor Martin fight where I was there, and Sandor, he just didn't do enough to win. And that was a 10-round fight, and Sandor dropped him in that fight, and arguably dropped him twice. And I think that, Ortiz did less than Martin did in that fight. So, horrible fight. I thought Teofimo Lopez won 8 rounds to 4. I agree with Oscar De La Hoya's scorecard. There was a swing round in there. You could have had 7-5. Maybe I could go draw. But there is no way Jamaine Ortiz won 7 rounds in that fight. I'm sorry. And if that's your game plan, you're not going to win like that. We've seen with Rigondeaux and Casamayor, they're not going to give you the fight like that. We saw with Sandor Martin and Teofimo Lopez, they're not going to give you the fight like that. And now we see with this one, they're not going to give you the fight like that. Max Hughes and Kambosos. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, but what about Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos? Well, he did the same thing. No, he didn't. Shakur was landing punches and wasn't getting hit with punches. De Los Santos didn't hit him at all in that fight. And Shakur was winning the rounds, landing the more effective punches. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't landing punches. He's literally running the whole fight, Ortiz. And then the last 10 seconds of the round, he would throw a few flurries. That's not winning a boxing match. I'm sorry. But I think the bigger thing is really Teofimo Lopez just looking horrible. Did anyone ever teach this guy to cut off the ring? Has he watched a Julio Cesar Chavez fight, a Joe Frazier fight, a Triple G fight, a Roberto Duran fight? I mean, this was horrible. He might need to look at getting a new trainer because this is horrible. And this is his roller coaster. They showed it on the Top Rank promotion before the fight, like the preview, how he was, not looking so good versus Nakatani, then Comey, then Lomachenko, then Kambosos. Then it was kind of like Kampa, Martin, and then he goes up to Taylor. Now it's back down to Jamaine Ortiz. So he's just so inconsistent. He's got to learn how to go to the body more. He's got to learn how to feint better. He's got to learn how to cut the ring off. Jab while he comes in. Just too much telegraphing punches. Listen, I thought he won, but this actually for the first time made me really think, man, Devin Haney might actually beat this guy because if you just give him any kind of movement, it's hard for him to win. I know he's not a southpaw Haney, but I'm just saying I really was not impressed by this fight, but I thought Teofimo Lopez won. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.